I'm playing to win, I'm playing to win, I'm playing to win. As I reach inside and dare to be great, I dance, I yell, and I celebrate.
Hello, and welcome back to another phenomenal, jaw-dropping, incredible episode of Breakthroughs Before Breakfast. My name is Andrew the Great, and this week we're going to be having a very special double feature for you. That's right, I'm going to be going over two separate distinctions. What's so great about that is that you get twice the goodness for only half the price. And given that you're not paying anything for this anyway, let's just get into it. Have you ever read up on some of the wealthiest people of all time? Many of them do not live in outlandish houses or spend their days getting diamonds studded into their iPhone. Many were penny pinchers and very frugal in their ways. While often being targeted by the media as the greedy tyrants of industry, these men and women have also contributed the most amount of money to help transform the world for the better. The ancient Chinese philosophical text, the Tao Te Ching, states that because of frugality, one is generous. Which leads me to this week's first principle. Frugality pays. Have you ever noticed that some people seem to struggle constantly with money while others manage it with ease? Well, frugality pays is based on a very simple yet straightforward concept of a previous learning, the flywheel effect. Now, if you remember, and if you don't, go check out the flywheel effect after this. The flywheel effect is based on the idea of small, incremental change that eventually leads to a massive difference. Obviously, you don't need to have a lot to give a little, but you can't give a lot if you've only got a little. If it makes sense, it'll make dollars. And if it makes dollars, it has the potential to create wealth. Sophie Tucker, a Russian-American stage performer for over 60 years, put it like this. From birth to age 18, a girl needs good parents. From 18 to 35, good looks. From 35 to 55, a good personality. And from 55 on, she needs cash. Which is why cash is king. Let's face it, money makes the business world go round. Businesses were created for the purpose of making a profit. Perhaps you've heard the ancient proverb, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Well, the same goes for cash and credit. See, unfortunately, profit sometimes comes in the form of credits or long-term agreements which end up getting defaulted on or never end up getting paid in full for a number of different reasons. Cash, on the other hand, makes things a lot easier and, if nothing else, provides for you and your loved ones a comfortable way of living. If you have cash on hand, there are less questions as to how the bills will get paid or how will this deal go through. It also adds credibility to yourself and your businesses. Furthermore, readily available capital gives you the options of further investments and partnerships that might not have otherwise happened. You never know what opportunities might appear seemingly out of thin air. So, how prepared are you for the next lucky break that comes your way? This week's world leader has been known for his frugal ways. Despite being one of the world's wealthiest people, he's lived in the same house that he bought in 1958. Known as the Oracle of Omaha, and arguably the greatest investor of all time, Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett was born August 30th, 1930 in Omaha, Nebraska. Buffett demonstrated a knack for financial and business matters early on in his childhood. Friends and acquaintances have said the young boy was a mathematical prodigy and was able to add large columns of numbers in his head, a talent he still occasionally shows off to friends and business associates. At 11 years old, he made his first investment. He bought 3 shares of Cities Services Preferred at $38 per share. The stock quickly dropped to only $27, but Buffett held on tenaciously until they reached $40. He sold his shares at a small profit, but regretted the decision when Cities Services shot up to nearly $200 a share. He later cited the experience as an early lesson in patience in investing. By the age of 13, Buffett was running his own businesses as a paperboy and selling his own horse racing tip sheet. That same year, he filed his first tax return, claiming his bike as a $35 tax deduction. He is constantly ranked as one of the world's wealthiest people. In 2008, he was ranked as the world's wealthiest person and is the third wealthiest person as of 2011. Buffett invested in and eventually took control of a textile manufacturing firm, Berkshire Hathaway, which now acts as a holding company for other investments. In June of 2006, he announced a plan to give away his fortune to charity, with 83% going to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This donation is equivalent to roughly $30 billion, making it the largest charitable donation in history.
Hi, and thanks for watching. My challenge for you for this week, and this week only, is really simple. What's one way, just one way, that you can be a little bit more frugal with your money? Maybe it's just getting generic coffee instead of the $5 latte on the way to work. I'll let you decide that. Thank you for watching, and be sure to tune in next week for another incredible episode of Breakthroughs Before Breakfast.